discipline, and the pursuit of knowledge at the Jamnabai Narsi campus in 2017. Through personal anecdotes and stories, Mrs. Murdy underscores the importance of hard work, the beauty of innocent curiosity, and the crucial role of discipline in shaping one's future. Her speech is a treasure trove of wisdom for students, educators, and parents alike, fostering a deep appreciation for lifelong learning and ethical living.
Portado, it's a real life story. Portado was my classmate. He was reasonably bright, maybe very bright, I suppose. Never he came to school, never came to college. I was in engineering college. He used to stay, he was from Goa. He used to come, he was in the hostel and he never used to come to college. Our college was 7 to 11, he will come around 10 o'clock or 9 o'clock. Earliest mean 9 o'clock. And he will sit here, sit there, attend 2 classes. After that, afternoon he will come for the lab, etc. End of the year, 1 month he will get up early and he will study. And there is a method in college. You take question papers, April and October. Whatever comes in October will never come in April. Okay? I'm sure in the school also you have. Midterm will never come to final. Okay? So eliminate these question answers and then make a approximate question paper and study that, and he used to get a first class. He did all 4 years like this. Once I asked Portado, why you are such a bright person? You don't come to class. If you come regularly, you can get distinction. You can get a rank. He said, Sudha, you do not know. In life, it is not the education. It is the connection it really works. And we have to build a lot of connections, in your it helps you. A gynecologist, all those things. Then he said, my father was in a club, which we have never seen in our real life. So we thought maybe the big man and beyond our, hamara bas ka baat nahi, I felt it. So it's something. Years passed. In 1972, I finished my engineering, so was Portado, and I didn't meet him for a long time. After 35 years, I think 2008 or 9, I had been to Dubai to deliver a lecture. And when the lecture was over, I saw somebody waiting for me. And then he said, ma'am, I was waiting for you. I was surprised, a place like Dubai, who will wait for me? Then he said, I'm Portado. I could not recognize because in 30, 40 years, people put on weight, your hair will be grey. All those physical changes will happen. So I said, Portado, I would not have recognized. I was very happy. I told him, let us sit down and talk. He said, no, I just wanted to tell you one word to you. So he said, what happened? He said, do you remember in college I used to bunk class? I said, of course I remember you. Portado means bunking class. He said, I used to bunk class and I joined a job, and because in those days, the moment you have BE, you used to get a job in my time. And my boss came to know that, my subordinates came to know that I don't have knowledge. Getting a first class marks are different than knowledge. Please remember, parents, your children should be in the pursuit of knowledge, which always helps you than your marks in real life. So he said, I got marks, but I did not have knowledge. Once the subordinates know that you don't have knowledge, they don't respect you. Once the boss knows you don't have knowledge, then he wants a reason to kick you out. I was kicked out from one job, then I took a second job, and I was so much used to getting up 9 in the morning, I'll go late to the office. I was kicked out there also. Over a period of time, I can get job anyway. And now I have a job as a manager job or a smaller job in Dubai. And I said, what about your family? He said, I have 2 daughters. I left them in Chennai to study. I said, what? He said, yes, I want they should study well. They should not become like me. I just waited for to tell Sudha one thing. When we were young, I used to make fun of you. He used to tell me, you are like a running race horse, because the horse will see neither left nor right, it runs. Same way, you always were academic and we used to make fun of you. Today, when we called you nerd, and I thought I was very smart, today I feel you are successful and I wasted my life. I wanted to tell you, if you don't discipline when you are in school or in college, you pay a heavy price in later part of your life. Discipline, like coming up in a proper way, writing properly, okay, talking properly, communicating properly, respecting people properly, this really helps a long way in your life. So I don't want you should be like a potato, regretting in your old age. Remember that to be successful in life, there is a shortcut. The only method is hard work and straight way. That you have to do.
Once upon a time, in a cozy little cottage, lived a curious child named Piggledy Pip. Piggledy Pip was always full of wonder and excitement, exploring every nook and cranny of his house. One day, while playing hide and seek with his pet cat, Whiskers, Piggledy Pip stumbled upon a mysterious door hidden behind a dusty old bookshelf. "Wow, Whiskers, look what I found!" exclaimed Piggledy Pip, his eyes wide with amazement. Whiskers purred in curiosity as Piggledy Pip turned the rusty knob and pushed open the door. To their astonishment, they found themselves in a magical kingdom filled with shimmering castles, talking animals, and colorful gardens. "Golly gee, Whiskers, this is incredible!" exclaimed Piggledy Pip, marveling at the sights before him. As they explored the enchanted kingdom, Piggledy Pip and Whiskers met all sorts of fantastical creatures. There were friendly fairies who danced in the moonlight, mischievous elves who played pranks in the forest, and wise old wizards who brewed potions in their towers. But amidst all the wonder and excitement, Piggledy Pip couldn't help but notice something strange. The once vibrant kingdom seemed to be losing its magic, withering away like a wilting flower. "We must do something to help," declared Piggledy Pip, determination shining in his eyes. With Whiskers by his side, Piggledy Pip set out on a quest to find the source of the kingdom's fading magic. Along the way, they encountered challenges and obstacles, but they never lost hope. Finally, they reached the heart of the kingdom, where they found a lonely old gnome named Grumblebum. "What seems to be the trouble, Grumblebum?" asked Piggledy Pip, his voice filled with compassion. Grumblebum sighed and explained how the kingdom's magic had been dwindling ever since its inhabitants stopped believing in the power of kindness and friendship. "But fear not, young lad," said Grumblebum, a twinkle of hope in his eyes. "With your pure heart and noble spirit, you can bring the magic to our kingdom." Piggledy Pip nodded bravely, and with Whiskers by his side, spread kindness and joy wherever they went. They helped their newfound friends mend broken friendships, reconcile old grudges, and rediscover the beauty of the world around them. And as they did, the kingdom began to flourish once more, its colors brighter and its spirits lifted. As they bid farewell to their magical friends and stepped back through the secret door, Piggledy Pip couldn't help but feel a sense of pride and fulfillment. "Remember, Whiskers," said Piggledy Pip as they returned home to their cottage, "no matter where life takes us, kindness and friendship will always lead the way." And with that, Piggledy Pip and Whiskers continued their adventures, knowing that the magic of their hearts would always guide them home.
Every parent has to learn the importance of saying no to their children at certain point of time and stick to it. The structure these boundaries give is very important, no matter how old they are. Through this, they learn and what is not okay to do. They also learn to trust the strength of their purity and predictability to their lives. Denying our children can be challenging. When we utter phrases like, "You can't get that toy because you saw it at the store," "Lunch is in 10 minutes," or "You must be home by 9:30, it's school night," it often triggers tears of disappointment, resentment, or anger. Supporting our children through these moments of disappointment is essential for their growth. It's our responsibility to navigate the frustrations that come with hearing no. Learning to desire and build the resilience needed to achieve their goals. These instances also present opportunities for us to assist our children in developing the emotional regulation skills vital for tackling life's challenges. Navigating the complex realm of parenting, the difficulty of saying no to our children frequently ignites intense discussion. Caregivers fear that denial may hinder their child's emotional development, while others argue that establishing limits provides children a clearer view of the world. Challenges. 8-year-old explorer Sam Adventure Baker to conquer El Capitan in Yosemite National Park is to this approach. His parents have admirably navigated the thin lines parents must maintain between fostering their children's autonomy and guiding them to appreciate the importance of setting and respecting boundaries. Linnea Walter, parent, shares her strategies she learned raising her children. She had to learn to read her kids. She close. A hug and distraction worked well when they were in the early stages of losing it, but was not the best approach when they were really angry. Then she learned to back off a bit. Stay nearby, but stay quiet and give them time to come around. It's not effective. Patience. She said she was not always successful. It certainly happened. This is when her patience had to kick in. She had to manage my own emotions, frustration, embarrassment, anger. It wasn't easy, but she knew that if she lost it, so would my child. Parenting is not a universal template. It's a delicate waltz that demands endurance, affection, and a healthy dose of humor. Setting limits and saying no as a seen as a denial of love, but rather as an expression of care and concern. Voicing no proves vital in imparting lessons about safety, respect, and self-restraint to children. It's an instrument that helps shape their conduct, teaching them to distinguish between what's right and missing their wishes, steering them towards making sounder choices. Importantly, materializes as a demonstration of affection and concern. It's about this for their kids, even if it entails their way. Saying no says love wraps up. Uttering no is not about being severe or cruel, but rather about instilling important life skills in children and expressing love. Therefore, the next instance you grapple with saying no, remember, it's a fundamental element of parenting that conveys I care for you. We as parents set the boundaries out of our love for our children, even when they are looking at us with tear-filled eyes or are shouting the dreaded I hate you. I know that they don't realize it in that moment, but our limits say I love you.
Why settle for a measly cheeseburger when you can have a burger fit for a king, or at least someone who just won the lottery? We all know the feeling. You're scrolling through your phone, trying to decide what to order for dinner, and then you see it. A burger that costs more than your rent. Intrigued, and maybe a little horrified, you click on the article to learn more. Well, buckle up, because I'm about to take you on a journey through the wacky world of insanely expensive burgers. Just like diamonds, these burgers aren't exactly forever, but they sure are something to brag about to your friends who don't know any better. So if you're looking to impress your date or treat yourself to a truly unforgettable dining experience, emphasis on the experience, then keep watching. Here are the 5 most expensive burgers ever sold. Stem Cell Burger, $330,000. This burger is practically a science experiment gone gourmet. Made with lab-grown meat, it took scientists 3 months to create this 20,000 strand monstrosity. Hey, at least you know it's fresh. The Fleur Burger, $5,000. The real star of this show isn't the burger itself, but the bottle of fancy French wine it comes with. The burger itself is a measly $1.70, but that bottle of Chateau Petrus will set you back a cool $3,500. So basically, you're paying for the burger with it. Not a bad deal for enophiles, wine lovers. Absolutely ridiculous burger, $1,200. As the name suggests, this burger is absolutely ridiculous. Weighing in at a whopping 338.6 pounds, it's more like a burger buffet than a single burger. I mean, who needs 30 pounds of bacon? Asking for a friend. The Douche Burger, $666. This burger is all about the luxury and maybe a little bit about mockery. It's got Kobe beef, lobster, caviar, foie gras, truffles, and champagne-steamed Gruyere cheese. Oh, and don't forget the 6 layers of edible gold leaf, because apparently, money can buy edible glitter for your burger. Le Burger Extravagant, $295. This burger may not be the most expensive on the list, but it's still pretty darn pricey. Serendipity 3, the New York restaurant that sells this burger, is kind of famous for creating over-the-top expensive dishes. Hey, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? So there you have it, the 5 most expensive burgers in the world. Would you ever spend this kind of money on a burger? Let me know in the comments below. And hey, if you do, be sure to invite me. I'll bring the ketchup, unless it's made with truffles, in which case I'm out.
Flick the firefly lived in the happy glimmer glade. His friends all glowed bright yellow like tiny suns, but Flick's light was different. It flickered a soft orange glow. Flick felt sad. Why am I not yellow? He wondered. He wanted to shine bright like his friends. So one night, Flick flew away to find a better light. Flew through the dark woods. The wise owls hooted, "True beauty comes from inside, little one." Flick didn't understand. Next, he reached the sparkly caves. Maybe some magic will make me yellow. Flick touched a crystal, but zap! His light went out completely. Flick was scared. Just then, a gentle blue light appeared. It was Luna, a special moonfly. "Why are you sad, Flick?" she asked. Flick sniffled. "I want a bright yellow light." Luna smiled kindly. "My light is blue, different from your friends, but still pretty, right?" Flick thought. Luna was right. His orange light was special too. Back at the glade, Flick practiced his orange glow, making it flicker in a fun way. His friends loved it. Their yellow lights were boring now. They all danced together, yellow, orange, and Luna's blue light, making the glade twinkle even more. Flick was happy at last. He learned that being different is okay, and even the most unusual lights can be beautiful when they shine together.
Once upon a time in the colorful land of Sweetville, lived a cheerful banana named Benny. Benny was a ripe, yellow banana who always had a smile on his face. He lived happily on the kitchen table with his 2 best friends, Sophia and her little sister Amber. One sunny day, Benny and Amber were playing a game of pretend in the living room. Amber giggled, "I'm the princess of the fruits, and I have a magic wand. Watch me, Benny." Benny chuckled. "Well, I think bananas are pretty magical too. We're full of energy and can make delicious smoothies." Suddenly something changed in Amber's tone. She looked at Benny with a hint of jealousy and said, "Well, bananas might be okay, but I'm the princess, and I have the best magic." Benny felt a little hurt by Amber's words. He frowned and turned away, feeling a bit angry and sad. Just then, Sophia, the kind-hearted big sister, noticed Benny's gloomy expression. Sophia skipped over and asked, "What's wrong, Benny? Why do you look so upset?" Benny sighed. "Amber said being a banana isn't as magical as being a princess. It made me feel bad." Sophia smiled reassuringly. "Oh, Benny, don't let that bother you. Each person and fruit are special in their own way. We all have unique qualities. Let me talk to Amber and help her understand." Sophia walked over to Amber with a gentle smile. "Hey, Amber, can we talk for a moment?" Amber nodded, and Sophia continued. "Benny feels a bit upset because he thinks you don't appreciate bananas. But you know, each person and fruit has its own kind of magic. Bananas are full of goodness and energy. They're fantastic in their own way." Amber thought for a moment and realized her mistake. "I didn't mean to hurt Benny's feelings. I guess I got a little carried away with my princess game." Sophia grinned. "It's okay. Just remember, we should celebrate the uniqueness of each person and fruit. And Benny, how about we all play a magical game together? Maybe Amber will see how special bananas can be." Benny hesitated for a moment, but then offered a friendly smile. "Sure, let's play and have fun together." And so the 3 friends played a magical game, realizing that each person and fruit had its own special kind of magic. The moral of the story is to appreciate and celebrate the unique qualities of others, just like the
Here's a thought that might ruffle some feathers. Studying in an English medium school doesn't necessarily mean you'll be fluent in English speaking. Sounds paradoxical, right? But let's dive in. Across the globe, particularly in non-English speaking countries, countless students pore over English textbooks, yet struggle when it comes to speaking the language. This is what we call the English. Now, you might wonder, how is it possible that a student studying in an English medium school finds it hard to communicate in English? Fear not. It's not a matter of alien invasion or a secret language code. The reasons are quite simple, yet overlooked. One major factor is the lack of practice. English, like any language, needs to be spoken to be mastered. Another reason is the fear of making mistakes, which often stifles the learning process. So, is the education system failing us? Or is there more to this English-speaking conundrum? Fear, the invisible barrier that stops many from speaking English confidently. This is a common yet often overlooked contributing factor. It's not about the lack of knowledge or the absence of words. It's the fear of judgment, the fear of making mistakes, the fear of sounding foreign that hinders us. Imagine a child learning to walk. They stumble, they fall, they get up, and they try again. They don't fear falling, they don't fear judgment. It's the same with language. Making mistakes is not a sign of failure, but a part of the learning process. It's about embracing those errors, learning from them, and improving. We often worry about how others will perceive us if we make a mistake. But remember, everyone starts somewhere. Even the most eloquent speakers once fumbled and stumbled over their words. The key is to keep trying, to keep speaking, and not let fear hold you back. Remember, every expert was once a beginner who wasn't afraid to make mistakes. Now, let's tackle the million-dollar question. How do we overcome these obstacles and become fluent English speakers? Well, the answer is simpler than you might think. It all boils down to 4 key strategies. First, regular practice. Just like learning to ride a bike or mastering a musical instrument, speaking a new language fluently requires consistent effort and repetition. It's okay to stumble and stutter. The important thing is to keep trying. Second, speak without fear of judgment. Remember, everyone makes mistakes. It's part of the learning process. Third, learn from your mistakes. Each error is an opportunity to improve, a stepping stone towards fluency. And lastly, immerse yourself in the language. Listen to English music, watch English movies, read English books. Surround yourself with the language and it will become second nature. So, the next time you hesitate to speak English, remember, you don't have to be perfect, you just have to start. Let's redefine what it means to learn English.
Hello, everyone. Meet Sophia and Amber, 2 adventurous sisters living in a cozy town. Sophia, the gentle elder sister, and Amber, the lively younger one. The story is about loving and being kind to animals. Once upon a time, in a cozy little town, there were 2 sisters, Sophia and Amber. Sophia, the big sister, was always full of kindness. And little Amber, well, she had an endless supply of energy. One sunny morning, the sisters decided to take a stroll in their neighborhood. As they walked through the colorful streets, they spotted a park filled with laughter and the sweet sounds of chirping birds. Sophia grinned and said, "Hey, Amber, let's check out the park and meet some new friends, maybe even the ducks by the pond." So off they went to the middle of the park, where there was this charming pond surrounded by flowers. Sophia noticed some ducks swimming gracefully in the water and nudged Amber. "Look at those ducks, Amber. Aren't they adorable? Let's go say hi." Excited, Amber pulled out a handful of pebbles from her bag, saying, "I want to make the ducks follow me." But Sophia, ever the wise one, gently stopped her. "Hold on, Amber. Instead of pebbles, let's try something kinder to make friends with them." Amber looked a bit confused, but she put the pebbles down as Sophia pulled out a bag of breadcrumbs. "See these? Ducks love these way more than pebbles. It's like sharing a snack with our feathery buddies," Sophia explained with a smile. Amber's eyes lit up with understanding. "Oh, got it. Breadcrumbs it is." So they sat by the pond, tossing breadcrumbs to the ducks, who quacked happily, forming a little bond with the two sisters. As they sat by the pond, Sophia tossed breadcrumbs to the ducks, and Amber giggled. "Look, Sophia, they really like our snacks." Sophia smiled. "Absolutely, Amber. Feeding them is like being a good friend. You know, animals might not talk, but they have feelings too." Amber looked at the ducks, her eyes wide with curiosity. "Feelings? Like us?" Sophia nodded. "Exactly, just like us. So when we take care of them, it's like being a good friend to them. And you know what? All animals, big or small, deserve love and respect." Amber nodded, now more serious. "So we should always be kind to animals, right?" Sophia patted her sister's head. "You got it, Amber. Treating animals with kindness makes the world a better place for everyone. It's like spreading love wherever we go." As the sun started to set, casting a warm glow over the park, Sophia and Amber left the pond, their hearts full of joy and newfound duck friendship. Later that evening, as Sophia tucked Amber into bed, she whispered, "Hey, Amber, always be kind to animals, okay? Treat them like pals, just like you treat your human friends. It makes the world a happier place for everyone." Amber nodded, hugging her favorite stuffed animal, and drifted off to sleep, dreaming of quacking ducks and fluttering birds. And so, the sisters continued their adventures, spreading kindness and love wherever they went, making the world a little brighter for everyone, big and small.
Hey little ones, it's story time. Snuggle close, make your bed prime with mommy dear and your favorite toy. Let's wander in dreams, oh so coy. Close your eyes, let your world swirl in the magic of stories where dreams twirl. Good night, sweet dreams, till the break of day. Sleep tight, my darlings.
Welcome to our English class. Today, we will practice listening and speaking skills through the story Amy's Canadian Adventure. I couldn't contain my excitement as I prepared for my first solo trip to Canada. Packing my bags felt like a dream come true, knowing that I was about to embark on an adventure of a lifetime. With my passport, tickets, and snacks in hand, I headed to the airport, eager to begin my journey. Walking through the bustling airport terminal, I felt a mix of nerves and anticipation. The sight of travelers from all corners of the globe only added to my excitement. After checking in my luggage, I made my way through security, my heart pounding with each step. Finding my gate, I settled into my seat, ready for the next chapter of my adventure to unfold. Watching as the plane taxied down the runway, I couldn't help but marvel at the wonder of flight. With a rush of adrenaline, the plane lifted off the ground, carrying me away from Brooklyn and towards Canada. As we soared through the clouds, I couldn't wipe the smile off my face. The flight attendants were kind and attentive, serving drinks and snacks to keep us comfortable during the journey. I indulged in some cookies, savoring each bite as I gazed out the window at the world below. As the hours passed, I felt a sense of calm wash over me, knowing that I was on my way to a new and exciting destination. Watching the landscape change beneath us, I knew that Canada was waiting for me with open arms. As the plane began its descent, my excitement reached new heights. Peering out the window, I caught my first glimpse of the Canadian landscape, with its snow-capped mountains and lush forests stretching as far as the eye could see. Touching down on Canadian soil felt like a milestone moment. Stepping off the plane, I took a deep breath, ready to explore everything this beautiful country had to offer. With a sense of wonder and adventure in my heart, I set off to begin my Canadian adventure, eager to make memories that would last a lifetime. Know that you have listened to the story, Let's Practice Speaking. Follow these steps. Step 1. Listen to the line which is said. Step 2. Repeat the line trying to imitate the way it was said. Step 3. If you don't understand, pause the video, listen again, and then repeat. Amy's Canadian Adventure. I couldn't contain my excitement as I prepared for my first solo trip to Canada. Packing my bags felt like a dream come true, knowing that I was about to embark on an adventure of a lifetime.
Created with AR and prompt, human-like rewriter v146.aipyram.com/prompt/copywriting/writing.
With my passport, tickets, and snacks in hand, I headed to the airport, eager to begin my journey.
Trying to break through. In the heart of the bustling city, where dreams were crafted and shattered with equal ferocity, sat Mia, an artist with ink-stained fingers and a heart too tender for the world she inhabited. Her apartment, a kaleidoscope of mismatched furniture and scattered canvases, seemed to breathe with her.
Walking through the bustling airport terminal, I felt a mix of nerves and anticipation. Walking through the bustling airport terminal, I felt a mix of nerves and anticipation. The sight of travelers from all corners of the globe only added to my excitement. The sight of travelers from all corners of the globe only added to my excitement. The sight of travelers from all corners of the globe only added to my excitement. After checking in my luggage, I made my way through security, my heart pounding with each step. Finding my gate, I settled into my seat, ready for the next chapter of my adventure to unfold. Watching as the plane taxied down the runway, I couldn't help but marvel at the wonder of flight. With a rush of adrenaline, the plane lifted off the ground, carrying me away from Brooklyn and towards Canada. As we soared through the clouds, I couldn't wipe the smile off my face. The flight attendants were kind and attentive, serving drinks and snacks to keep us comfortable during the journey. I indulged in some cookies, savoring each bite as I gazed out the window at the world below.
नमस्कार अगर आप एक बिजनेस चलाते हो then give me your 3 hours and I will change.
As the hours passed, I felt a sense of calm wash over me, knowing that I was on my way to a new and exciting destination. Watching the landscape change beneath us, I knew that Canada was waiting for me with open arms. As the plane began its descent, my excitement reached new heights. Peering out the window, I caught my first glimpse of the Canadian landscape, with its snow-capped mountains and lush forests stretching as far as the eye could see. Touching down on Canadian soil felt like a milestone moment. Stepping off the plane, I took a deep breath, ready to explore everything this beautiful country had to offer. With a sense of wonder and adventure in my heart, I set off to begin my Canadian adventure, eager to make memories that would last a lifetime. That's the end of listening and speaking practice, which are the two most important skills of any language. Just a gentle reminder, if you like video, please hit the like button, and if you are visiting my channel for the first time, do subscribe. Bye-bye. See you soon.
हैदराबाद में एक नौजवान लड़का जो 28 साल का था डेंटल क्लिनिक जाता है अपनी स्माइल ठीक करवाने के लिए, क्योंकि अगले महीने उसकी शादी होने वाली थी और वो अपनी स्माइल को सुंदर बनवाना चाहता था। लेकिन कुछ कॉम्प्लिकेशंस की वजह से उसकी मौत हो जाती है। हॉस्पिटल से उसके पेरेंट्स को फोन जाता है कि उनका लड़का सीरियस है और वे लोग तुरंत हॉस्पिटल आ जाएं। पेरेंट्स जिन्हें पता ही नहीं होता है कि उनका लड़का स्माइल एनहांसमेंट करवा रहा है, भागते हुए उस हॉस्पिटल जाते हैं। वहां वे अपने लड़के को बेहोश पाते हैं और जब वे उसे दूसरे हॉस्पिटल ले जाते हैं तो वहां जाने तक उस लड़के की मौत हो चुकी होती है। वो तो अपनी स्माइल को अच्छा बनवाने के चक्कर में अपने माता पिता की स्माइल हमेशा के लिए लेकर चला गया। ये मौत कैसे हुई क्यों हुई, मैं यहाँ वो बातें डिस्कस नहीं करूंगी। मैं यहाँ पूछना चाहती हूँ कि आज की युवा पीढ़ी बाहरी सौंदर्य को ही सब कुछ क्यों मानने लगी है? क्यों सुंदरता को इतना महत्व दिया जाता है? क्यों मन का सौंदर्य पीछे रह जाता है? अपने बाहरी सौंदर्य को बढ़ाने के चक्कर में आजकल कितने लोगों की जान जा चुकी है। इस लड़के की स्माइल एनहांस करवाने की इच्छा के पीछे हम सबका, समाज का हाथ है। बचपन से हम सबके दिमाग में ये डाला गया है कि सुंदर दिखना सबसे जरूरी है। सुंदरता का एक मापदंड बनाया गया है, रंग ऐसे ही होना है, आंखें इसी तरह होनी है, स्माइल भी सुंदर होनी चाहिए, और पता नहीं कितने ऐसे मापदंड हैं जिसके चलते युवा पीढ़ी सुंदर कहलाने के चक्कर में अपनी जान गंवा रही है। हम सब कब बदलेंगे? क्यों हम जैसे हैं वैसे ही अपने आप को स्वीकार नहीं करते? हर इंसान जो इस दुनिया में आता है अपने आप में सुंदर है। हम सब यूनिक है, हम सब अपने आप में कंप्लीट है। से आई एम इनफ, से आई एम कंप्लीट, से आई एम ब्यूटीफुल। हम लोग इस बात को क्यों नहीं मानते? ये गोरी है, ये मोटा है, इसके दांत ठीक नहीं है, ये ठीक से स्माइल नहीं करता, ये हैंडीकैप्ड है। जब भी आप इन कमेंट्स को सुनेंगे, कमेंट करने वालों को चुप करवा दीजिए। अगर आप में से एक इंसान ने यह कदम बढ़ाया तो कल हजारों लोग आपके साथ होंगे। ये बात सबको अच्छे से समझाइए कि हर इंसान अपने आप में सुंदर है। जोर से कहिए आई एम इनफ। और यदि आप मेरी इस बात से सहमत हैं तो कमेंट में लिखिए आई एम इनफ, आई एम हैप्पी एज आई एम। I love you and cheese pizza. Written by Brenda Lee. Brian is a pig in jeans. One day, he noticed something new on the wall. Mom, what does this say? Brian asked. It says love. Love? Now you can hang it back on the wall. But what does love mean? Love is a sweet feeling when you see someone you really love. You feel happy, you care about them a lot. Mom explained. So, is there someone you really love? Maybe it starts with the letter M. Yeah, Mike, the pizza guy, Brian yelled. I love him when he delivers my cheese pizza. Okay, fine, Mike. And Mike and his cheese pizza. So delicious. Brian, love isn't just about your cheese pizzas. It's not. Love is also when you stand up for your little sister when she gets bullied at school. Love is when your teacher patiently explains a math question to you. Love is when you hug grandma and grandpa. Love is also when daddy throws you into the air. Oops, how can I show people I love them? Brian wanted to know. Well, it can be as easy as just saying, I love you. You can give them a hug. You can be kind and caring. You can even draw a card. So, Brian started drawing cards with hearts. He gave cards to Grandma and Grandpa. He gave a card to his sister, a card to his friend, a card to his teacher, and a card to his dad. Wait, there's more to come. Brian carried a huge pile of cards down the stairs, but his left foot tripped over his right foot. Brian bumped his head and crashed into the plants. Mom ran over looking concerned. Sorry, Mom, I broke your favorite plants. Brian apologized. Oh, Brian, that's all right. As long as you're safe, nothing else matters. Are you okay? I'm okay. Wow, look at all these lovely cards. Looks like there is a lot of people you love. No, Mom, these are all for you. Brian continued to explain, love is when you rushed over when I fell. Love is when you forgave me when I broke your plans. Love is when you asked me if I was okay. Love is when you showed me the true meaning of love every day. Mommy, I love you. And cheese pizza too. The end, but also just the beginning of learning and growing and sharing love with others. Peppa's new friends. Yay! It's a story time. Let's begin the story. Peppa's new friends. Peppa and her friends are drawing pictures at school. Then someone new arrives. Children, today we have a visitor, Madame Gazelle says. The visitor's name is Mandy Mouse. If Mandy Mouse likes the playgroup, she will come every day. All the children say hello. I'm Peppa Pig, says Peppa. We are drawing pictures. Mandy draws her own picture. That's really good, says Peppa. At playtime, all the children race down the hill. Mandy is very fast. Why do you have a wheelchair? Peppa asks. Because my legs don't work, Mandy says. But I get around fine. Squeak, squeak. Outside, the children decide to play basketball. The team that gets a ball through the hoop wins. Mandy catches the ball and wins very fast. She passes the ball to Gerald. He throws the ball into the hoop. The team wins. Hip hip hooray! Everyone has lots of fun. Soon, playtime is over. The children hurry back inside. The hill back to the school is very big. Can I help you? Peppa asks Mandy. I can do it myself, Mandy says. But it's a big hill. Peppa pushes Mandy up the hill. Thank you, Peppa, Mandy says. I could do it on my own, but it's easier with two. Back inside, the parents arrive to pick up the children. So, Madame Gazelle says, would you like to come every day? Yes, please, Mandy says. Everyone cheers. Mandy Mouse loves her new friends, and her new friends love Mandy Mouse. And that's the end of our story. If you love to hear more stories read aloud, be sure to check out our channel and have a good day. Bye-bye. See you soon.
You will hear a woman asking a shop assistant about DVD players. You now have 30 seconds to read questions 1 to 4.